Hello friends and family, and good morning from Disney Springs. I thought it'd be fun to come out today, head on over to the world's largest Disney merchandise store, the World of Disney, and check out the huge new selection of Disney Parks merchandise Walt Disney World has to offer over there. And I do want to head to a bunch of other shops as well along the way. I think we'll head on over to the Marketplace Co-op store. Always lots of unique merchandise findings there. We'll head on over to Disney Pin Trading and over at Once Upon a Toy. We'll check out some of the newest released toys at Disney Springs. But before we get started, if you would subscribe and click the bell notification so you're aware of future uploads and live streams, we would greatly appreciate it. And before we do start heading into a bunch of the shops around Disney Springs, I do want to mention, if there is any merchandise in today's video that you are interested in, definitely check out the shopping tier of our Patreon page. I'll let a link to that in the description box. Definitely crazy though, the shops do open in about 5 minutes or so, and there is seriously not a person in sight this morning. First up though, I think we'll head on over to Once Upon a Toy. That's the toy store here at Disney Springs. Some really cool photo ops though with Buzz Lightyear, Mr. Potato Head. Let's head inside though and check out some of the new merchandise. Okay, so as soon as you come inside Once Upon a Toy, you can actually build your own lightsabers here, just like over at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Like here's the different pricing, like your single lightsaber, $35, the deluxe singles are $40, and they do go up to $60 for the deluxe double lightsabers. It has like a little sign here that shows you all the different offerings, but it's literally just like Tatooine traders over at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, where you can pick all of the different pieces and then build your own lightsaber. And they get so many really cool Pez dispensers here at Once Upon a Toy. Here's a really cool Sorcerer Mickey one. They do all say Disney Parks, which is really neat. These are only $4.50 a piece. They do have the brand new Cinderella version, of course, to go with Mickey Mouse. They do have your Minnie Mouse, but so many different characters. Like this is the glow-in-the-dark Hatbox Ghost one from at Disney's Haunted Mansion, and they have a really cool Figment one from over at Epcot for only $4.50. Let's check out some of the assorted Star Wars toys at Once Upon a Toy though. So here's a really cool R2-D2 droid. This one is a wind-up droid from at Droid Depot at Galaxy's Edge. These are $13 a piece. They even have some of your Star Wars Power Force action figures. These have lights and sound effects. They have C-3PO and R2-D2. Part of the Classic Edition, you get both figurines for $50. Let's see here though, we have a bunch of the Legacy lightsabers as well. Really cool though how you don't have to go over to like Star Wars Galaxy's Edge to buy some of the assorted Legacy lightsabers. And it looks like they even have the voice-changing mask of Darth Vader. These are really cool for the kiddos. It's a really good size as well, $35 a piece for them, and then perfect to go with the Darth Vader. They do also have your First Order Stormtrooper voice-changing mask. Of course, if you are here at Once Upon a Toy, you have to check out some of the awesome Disney Toy Story offerings that they do have. How cool are these? From Woody's Roundup, they have both Woody and Jessie. They do even have like the pull string on the backside. These are $35 a piece, though. The packaging is just amazing. Right next to that one is the Bullseye, a huge plushie. He is massive. Look at him compared to like Woody and Jessie. Bullseye is only $35. Underneath there is a brand new Disney Pixar Buzz Lightyear whole set. This is the Buzz Lightyear jetpack. It has like lights and different sound effects. It's really cool for like cosplay with the kiddos. And they have a massive like deluxe figurine set with all of the characters from Toy Story. You get 8 different offerings starting with Slinky Dog all the way over here to Forky. Let's see the old price-a-roni. These are $65 a piece. Some of my personal favorite items though are always the little pullback racers. They do have the People Mover from over at Disney's Magic Kingdom with Mickey and Minnie on the inside. It even says People Mover on the side though. These are only $13 a piece. They do have a couple different offerings like this one here with Mickey Mouse on the carousel horse. Again, that one is a pullback racer for $13. And really cool from Disney's Haunted Mansion over at the Magic Kingdom, you do have the 3 hitchhiking ghosts with the little dune buggy ride vehicle. And you can never go wrong with some good Disney board games and puzzles. This is part of the Play in the Parks collection, a really cool Rubik's Cube. It shows you Mickey on the front there with the hat ears, and you get the little display base. These are only $20 a piece. Right next to that though is Disney Theme Park Edition Yahtzee. Look at the cups though, it's all 4 beacons of magic, which is really neat. These are $45 a piece. Let's actually check out some of the assorted puzzles though. They have some very fancy Thomas Kincaid, 1,000 piece puzzles where you can see Cinderella Castle, all of the fireworks on Main Street USA for $30. And they do have yet another version here with Thomas Kincaid with Mickey and Minnie. They have like a huge bouquet of flowers. And then Minnie Mouse does have that heart-shaped balloon for $30. And they do have your Star Wars Exhibit Series 1,000 piece puzzles with Darth Vader. You could even see like the Death Star in the backdrop. Of course, we have to check out some of the assorted plushies that they have at the toy store. So these are the massive Disney Cuddles plushies. Probably some of the softest ones you're going to find at Walt Disney World property. Here's a really cool Eeyore version with Eeyore's big floppy ears from Winnie the Pooh. These are $40 a piece. Next to Eeyore, you do have the massive Kermit the Frog one as well. Really cool to find some Kermit merchandise from over at Hollywood Studios, especially with that section closing. Some of the other characters, they do have part of that collection though. Dumbo the Flying Elephant for $45, and then Winnie the Pooh himself. You could even get a really good selection of the assorted magnetic shoulder plushies here at Once Upon a Toy. Perfect for a good day over at Pandora. At Disney's Animal Kingdom are the huge Banshee plushies. You get that little section there with the magnet with the Banshee. That one is $25. They have one here from Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas with Zero. The cool thing about this one, I do believe it lights up. This one is $25. Let's see what else we have on this rack though. So here is the crow from Disney's Haunted Mansion. This one makes noises and the eyes do light up, which is really neat. And it looks like they're even putting out some of the assorted Marvel items as well, part of like your limited edition. Really cool to see like the Iron Man electronic helmets. This one lights up. It says Stark Industries. These are incredible, like with the packaging. The attention to detail is really good. These are $140 a piece. And then on the opposite side of the rack, they do have some of the Remy from Remy's Ratatouille Adventure plushies with the big feet there, the little chef's hat on top. These are $35 a piece, but you can even get the guitar from Disney Pixar Coco. You can see Miguel there, so you can kind of like push onto the strings and they do light up and make different noises. It is always cool to head over to the toy store at Disney Springs Once Upon a Toy. They have a great selection of different plushies, the magnetic shoulder plushies. You could build your own lightsaber, and they do have some merchandise like specific to Epcot and whatnot. That being said, let's head on over to Disney Pin Trading and check out some of the newest released Disney Park pins. This is seriously shocking though. There is seriously not too many people out and about this morning. Let's head inside Pin Trading and see what we can find. Okay, so here's a really cool pin from Beauty and the Beast. This one comes with like a little glass dome with the enchanted rose in the center. This one is $15. Right next to that, we have from Pirates of the Caribbean, Shiver Me Feathers with the skull and crossbones. This one is $13. They are putting out some brand new Disney Parks Pride Collection pins. This is a double pin set with the castle, the Mickey hat ears for $23. They even have the Mickey heart-shaped hands with the sparkly Pride pinstriping for $15. Let's actually see what we have next door though. So this is a cool like license plate pin for Florida. It says I trade pins Walt Disney World. This one is only $13, and they do have a good selection of your assorted pins for the 25th anniversary of Disney Pin Trading. These are $15 a piece, but they have Mickey, Minnie. Right underneath there is Goofy. We have Donald Duck. They have like their pin trading boards. They have Stitch and then Chip and Dale. Some of the other pins over in this section, though, is a really cool one with Pluto. He's like right next to a huge mound of dog bones with his ears up in the air. This one is $13. They even have like the baby version here of Donald Duck with like all the sleepwear with all the stars. That one is $13. Let's see what else that we have though. So they even have some power line pins. These are really, really cool. This one is $15. They do have a pin with Goofy and then Max. It looks like they're getting ready to do some fly fishing. And then right underneath there, they do have a couple different pins. Like these have like the wooden base. They have the Goofy version for $15. Let's see what else down here that they do have. They even have the Chippendale version. What I love about Disney pin trading here at Disney Springs, though, like you can get some of the pins from Epcot's World Showcase with that heart design with Minnie Mouse for the Germany Pavilion. $13, that's a really good size pin. They have a Mickey Mouse version with his suitcase. It says Italy. This one is $13. Looks like they even have like a Mickey Mouse version to go with the mini one. This is for the Germany Pavilion at Epcot's World Showcase. They have China with Mickey Mouse for $13. And then over here, they even still do have some of the, let's see here, Rock and Roller Coaster pins from over at Disney's Hollywood Studios with the guitar. That one is $17. This one here is more like a pewter color. It says Pedal to the Metal for $13. On the back wall section, they have a great little spot here with assorted Disney plushie keychains. They come with a little extra clippy, like the Mickey Mouse version comes with the hand. Let's see, on the Minnie Mouse version, it comes with the polka dot bow, but these are only $15 a piece. They do have Dumbo the Flying Elephant, again with the huge ears, Goofy with his toothers sticking out. They have both Chip and Dale in stock, which is really cool at the moment. Let's see, on the bottom section, there's a whole little spot of brand new plushie keychains. These ones come with like the plastic clippy. They have Simba from Lion King, the Red Panda from Disney Pixar Turning Red, and they even have a Baby Groot version for only $15. Let's check out some of the newest Magic Band Plus here as well, because they do have an entire wall of them. Here's a perfect one for Disney's Animal Kingdom with the animal print for $45. They do still have the 75th anniversary of Disney's Cinderella with Cinderella and the 75th logo. These are $55 a piece. Right underneath there is the 30th anniversary. That is so crazy, of Disney's Pocahontas. You have the 30 years, Miko's even on there. These are $55. You have Tony's Restaurant, 70 years of Disney's Lady and the Tramp. So another cool limited release one. And now that we've gotten all the pin trading business out of the way, let's head on over to the Marketplace Co-op, because they always have some really unique merchandise that you can't find elsewhere at Disney Springs. Okay, so as soon as you come inside the Marketplace Co-op, they have a whole bunch of really nice Disney, Dooney, and Burke bags. You have like Marie from Aristocats, Lady and the Tramp, Cinderella, Tinkerbell. This one has a lot going on for it. $268 for that one. Next to that is a really tall, like bucket-sized purse. This one has like all the same characters. Like you could even see Dumbo the Flying Elephant and Timothy Mouse for $268. Definitely the spot though if you are looking for some really nice Disney Park lug crossbody bags. This one is perfect for 4th of July with the pinstriping on the backside. You get, it looks like 3 really big size zipper compartments. These are only $65 a piece, but they do have a bunch of different offerings. Underneath there is Remy from Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. Again, he's embroidered on the front. You can see the chef's hat for $65. And really cool for a good Disney Magic Kingdom day is the Cinderella Castle lug bag for $65. I did want to mention though, they do still have the 75th anniversary of Disney's Cinderella. Really fancy sparkling Starbucks cups with the carriage. You got Cinderella's slipper there on the top section with the Starbucks logo. These are only $50 a piece. Now right underneath there, they're putting out some brand new adult size clothing offerings. This is, let's see here. Okay, so a pullover hoodie. This is more of like a baby blue color with Cinderella Castle and the Walt Disney World lettering. Definitely more of like a lightweight material. Let's see what we got on the front here. So it has the V-neck and then the Disney logo, but it does look like they do also have like the matching pair of sweatpants with Cinderella Castle and Walt Disney World going down the pant leg for $50. A bunch of really cool merchandise though here that'll definitely match each other perfect for the theme parks. Here's an adult size Spirit jersey with your sparkly sequins for Walt Disney World. At the bottom you do have the Mickey shaped balloons. These are $85 a piece. Next to that is kind of like the matching Disney Parks Loungefly backpack. This one is more of like that basket design. You do have like the rose gold finish on the zipper pulls. $80 a piece for them. And here's a really cool pair of ears that was just released to the parks as well. These are all simulated leather. You get like the double bow with the Mickey design for $35. And that last but not least part of this collection is a really cool women's graphic t-shirt with the clear sequins with Cinderella Castle, and it's embroidered Walt Disney World for $45. Another really nice adult size graphic shirt. You have 5 graphics with Mickey Mouse with kind of like this nice like sparkly foil. The same graphic though 5 times. These are $35 a piece. Next to that is another really fun pair of ears though. These are loaded with like the fuchsia colored sequins, that massive bow in the center. These will definitely sparkle in the Florida sunshine for $35. And then right underneath there is more of like a hard shell Disney Parks Loungefly. This one is more of like a purple design. Let's see the old price, Aroni. This one is $89, but the cool thing, it comes with an adjustable, like really tall strap. You could even get some of the assorted Disney pin trading gear at the Marketplace Co-op. This is a unisex graphic t-shirt, pin trading, Disney Parks with Mickey Mouse. These are very soft though, $35 a piece. The backside says Trader for Disney Pin Trader. They do also have the 25th anniversary of Disney pin trading lanyards. You get the big rubberized patch there for the official 25 years. The cool thing though, this one's actually reversible, so a nice little lanyard for all the new pins. Let's head a little bit further inside the Marketplace Co-op store though and see what else we can find. So they do have an entire section of the Lululemon merchandise. These are adult-sized pullover hoodies with a big graphic with Mickey Mouse and the Lululemon logo. These are $148 a piece. They do have that in actually 2 different colors, which is really cool. This is your classic like solid black pullover sweatshirt with Mickey Mouse. They even have your women's leggings with the Lululemon logo going down the side for $118. They're even putting out some really fancy like brand new Disney princess dresses here at Disney Springs with the tiara on the front. These are part of the Disney Her Universe line. This one is $70, but it definitely feels like more of like an active wear material. But it does look like they have those dresses and a few other offerings with Disney princesses with the frillies on the sleeves, the sun on the front with the double color. This one, I do want to see if it's the same price. Let's see what we got doing here. That one is $70, and it looks like they do also have a Little Mermaid with the little clamshell there on the front, more of like an ombre color. Let's actually check out some of the newest coffee mugs that they do have here as well. This one is more of like a smaller like size for a soup mug. It's all about the fireworks with Cinderella Castle, and that one doesn't have a design on the opposite side, but $20 for that. They do have another really cool one with the monorail. You got like all the different colors. Please stand clear of the doors. This one is $20, but that design wraps around both sides. And it looks like they do even have more of like a pastel color coffee mug with all the different graphics there with Mickey Mouse. So many really cool coffee mugs here at the Marketplace Co-op though, with Cinderella Castle, the monorail. It says just along for the ride. You do got like that tie-dye design there on the handle. So this one is a double graphic. $19.99 for that. Right up ahead is another brand new coffee mug. This one is red on the inside, established 1971 with like the Mickey Mouse Spirit jersey logo. There is seriously so much cool Winnie the Pooh merchandise lately though at Walt Disney World. These are some double-sided unisex graphic t-shirts. These are all $35 a piece. You have a Tigger on the front, TI double gut with all the paw prints. These are definitely like a heavier material. They do also have like the same difference here with Winnie the Pooh himself. Let's see what we got on the back. It says Pooh, and then you have a bunch of honeybees. And last but not least is a really nice Piglet graphic t-shirt. t-shirt. Again, this one is a pink one with a huge graphic with Piglet. On the backside, you got the rain clouds and then Piglet signature. And they are currently running a deal right now on your adult size unisex shirts. These are normally $30 a piece, now $25 each when you buy two. This is your 1971 Mickey Mouse, all day, every day. They do have a nice like hunter green color, the original Walt Disney World with the pennant and the castle, established 1971. They have Experiment 626 for Walt Disney World with Stitch. Even a really cool Buzz Lightyear graphic t-shirt with 95, to Infinity and Beyond. But they do have all of the graphic t-shirts like underneath here on the bottom section, inside of these milk crates. A few other shirts that I do want to show you though, really cool if you are going over to Epcot. They have a unisex shirt here with the pinstriping with Figment. This one is really neat. Right over here they have 1930 with Pluto. Looks like he's running. His tongue is sticking out with his ears behind him. They have some Monsters University graphic t-shirts that says MU Scares. And then right underneath there they do even have a Goofy version with the Walt Disney World archway, the authentic original. And you definitely can't go wrong with the brand new Disney Roosevelt's collaboration button-down shirts. These are as soft as silk. So many cool shirts though. Like you can see some of the classic attractions in the backdrop. You have Mickey Mouse as like the Dapper Dans. You have Mickey Mouse in concert. These are $75 a piece, but really nice for a fancy Disney meal. Next to the Mickey Mouse version is the brand new Roosevelt's Star Wars version with the Death Star. You have Darth Vader loaded on there. This one is $75. It even has the Roosevelt's tag there on the nice size pocket. And then right underneath there, really cool for a Magic Kingdom day, they do also have from Disney's Haunted Mansion with the Hatbox Ghost and the clock for $75. Even some really cool like refrigerator magnets, so you can use these on your car or your refrigerator. These are all $15 a piece. This is the Walt Disney World Mickey Mouse version. Right next to that is part of this year's Play in the Park with Mickey, Donald, Daisy, Chip and Dale, even Goofy's on there with all four beacons of magic. They have a rainbow over Cinderella Castle with all of the Disney characters for $15. And here is a Stitch, perfect for summertime though with the pinstriping, and he's riding a surfboard. The Marketplace Co-op store at Disney Springs is always one of those shops. If you are here, you have to check out the newest merchandise because they do get a great selection of different things that you're not going to find elsewhere. Just like kind of over at the opposite end of Disney Springs at the Disney Style store. Lots of cool things over there as well. I wanted to take a moment though just to check out the beautiful views at Disney Springs. So right outside the World of Disney store is the waterside stage. It does look like they're setting it up for a free concert, so a great way to check out some free live music. But this whole lagoon area is absolutely beautiful. Like you can see the paddlefish off in the distance, the balloon, such a great way to see parts of Central Florida, and the Lego Loch Ness Monster right outside of the Lego store. Next up though, let's head inside the world's largest Disney merchandise store, the World of Disney, and check out the huge new selection of Disney Parks merchandise. Just like over at the Marketplace Co-op, they are running a deal here on the adult size graphic t-shirts as well. They are 2 for $50. They have one with the Walt Disney World Archway, most magical place on earth, with Mickey and Minnie. Right next to that is a really unique graphic t-shirt with all of the cowboy boots. You have a mini version, Mickey, Donald, then of course you have Goofy. That one says Walt Disney World. And they even have your adult size shirt, most magical place on earth, with the Sorcerer Mickey hat. So many spots though, you do have to look for these graphic t-shirts. So a couple other really nice ones. This is Grumpy Dwarf. This one says Best Day Never. I love his facial expression though. That one is really cool. You have Mickey's Car Wash. Looks like you got like an old school vehicle there, wash and wax. These are all right underneath those graphics though, so you can check out for your size. And it looks like they do have yet another Sorcerer Mickey graphic t-shirt. This one has a massive graphic on the front. And anytime you can get some deals at Disney Springs, definitely check out the merchandise. Your adult size novelty socks, normally $18 a piece, are now $15 each when you buy two. Here's an adult size pack with Timon and then Pumbaa from Disney's Lion King. They do have one here with Dumbo the Flying Elephant with like the big top. They have Marie from Aristocats, literally standing on an entire stack of macaroons. They have a Bambi version, Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh, even a couple different Star Wars offerings in the bottom section. You get the Darth Vader sock and the Stormtrooper, but they do even have one with Grogu. Here's some really fancy new adult size graphic t-shirts though. How cool is this one? The Mickey Mouse version. Actually looks like it's airbrushed. And the cool thing, you got like the facsimile signature for the character on the sleeves. These are $40 a piece, but they do make these with a couple different kinds. Here is the Donald Duck version with his facsimile signature on the sleeve with the little bow tie on the front. And they even have the Incredibles version, so quite a bit of new graphic t-shirts at the World of Disney. And they do even have some of the adult size unisex brand new ringer tees as well. This one is perfect for the Magic Kingdom or over at Disney's Hollywood Studios. I like this one though, with the aliens from Toy Story for $35. And then right over here is a new Star Wars Darth Vader graphic shirt. This one is also the ringer tee that says Walt Disney World right above the graphic for $35. The cool thing though, you could even get some of your merchandise for the 45th anniversary of Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back, like this adult size pullover sweatshirt. It says Star Wars Saga Continues. You have all of like the classic characters and the 45th anniversary patch. Let's see if we can find the price. These are $60 a piece. In that same section though is the matching adult size baseball cap that has the 45th anniversary logo with Darth Vader for $30. Also part of that deal, they do even have some of the graphic t-shirts. This one has Darth Vader and then Luke Skywalker. Let's pop on over though and check out some of the new Stitch merchandise. So here is a kid-size plushie backpack. You actually get the removable plush with Stitch on the front. This is definitely a smaller size for the kiddos. That one is $45. Right next to that is a small little plushie that they do have of Stitch. These are only $23 a piece, so a nice little plushie for the kiddos. And they even have some kids' Crocs on the bottom section. You get these really nice fancy patches with Stitch on the front and a bunch of different graphics for $55. Some more really nice Stitch merchandise at the World of Disney though. Here's a very sparkly Disney Parks Loungefly. You actually get like all the planets and moons embroidered on the front. You have like Disco Stitch on the backside. That one is $90. Let's see what else that they do have over here though. So a really tall stainless steel tumbler. This one comes with like a wristlet with Stitch on the front that is removable. So a really good size for the Disney parks. And they do also have your adult size long sleeve. This one is the ombre color. That's embroidered Stitch with all the colors on the front side. Even 626 for his birthday on the sleeve. That one is adult size for $65. Also perfect for a really fancy Disney meal is a soft as silk adult size button down shirt with all the Hawaiian flowers. You have Stitch kind of like angry with his tongue sticking out. This one has a pocket on the front for $65. And perfect for the pool. For your Disney resort, they do have these massive bags. They actually come with a really tall strap there. This one has a 3D effect with Stitch on the front. On the back side, this one's actually a Disneyland resort, so really cool. That one is $45. And then next to that one is yet another Disney Park Loungefly. This one has a big zipper compartment like inside of Stitch's mouth, but the simulated leather is very nice quality for $80. Speaking of Loungeflies though, yet another brand new adult size Disney Parks Loungefly. The simulated leather is really nice on this one. Stitch's hand actually moves like left to right though. You got some sandcastles, scrump there on the bottom, even Stitch on the back side. This one is $90 and definitely goes perfect with the new plushy pair of ears with this new Stitch collection. You got the big floppy ears though, kind of like the little mohawk there in the center for $35. Even some brand new Disney's Lady and the Tramp merchandise. Here is a new adult size baseball cap with the spaghetti and meatballs, kind of like where they're sharing the spaghetti together. These are only $30 a piece. Right underneath there is the matching adult size graphic t-shirt. You get 4 different scenes there from Lady and the Tramp. These are again unisex for $35 and yet another brand new Disney princess dress. This one is part of the new Disney Her Universe collection with like Cinderella, Moana, you have Belle from Beauty and the Beast. And again, more of like your activewear material for $65. This one here though is one of my personal favorite brand new Disney Park lounge flies. This one is actually clear on the inside, but you have all the Mickey and the circular designs. Only $80 for that one, so definitely on the lower end price scale of lounge flies. Kind of like peppered throughout is a bunch of merchandise from It's a Small World over in this section. A really cool pair of simulated leather ears with all of the characters. You get the sequence bow with the medallion in the center. These are $35 a piece, and they do also have your matching adult size spirit jersey with your raised lettering for It's a Small World on the backside for $80. A few other Loungefly bags over in this section that I want to show you though. The simulated leather on this one with all of like the Disney cats and dogs is absolutely incredible. You do have the magnetic enclosure on the front, and the characters wrap around to both sides. That one is $80. Even a brand new Figment Disney Parks Loungefly, perfect again for Epcot. Let's see the backside of this one. Okay, so it does have the wings on the back where you can kind of like move them, and you have another graphic with Figment. Another really cool adult size spirit jersey, again with the Walt Disney World archway on the backside. Actually has a bunch of different characters though, like Mickey, Minnie, Piglet, Olaf. You can see Donald Duck. These are $80 a piece, and just like that Stitch bag that I showed you, they do make them with a bunch of Disney characters. This is the same difference except with Minnie Mouse with the big massive bow on the front, and the backside says Walt Disney World for $45. A few other new adult size graphic t-shirts though in the same section. Here's a nice soft pink graphic shirt with your raised lettering for Walt Disney World. You have Mickey with his arms behind his back. This one is $35, and they do even have more of like a baby blue color with Mickey making a winky face with the red lettering for Walt Disney World for $35. And so much really awesome Star Wars merchandise like this Hoth adult size baseball jersey. These are a full button down. You have your Star Wars patch on the sleeve. These are nice for the weather in Central Florida in summertime though, like very breathable. You have number 80 on the backside with the AT-AT. These are $75 a piece. They do have your matching Star Wars Loungefly bag, again with the AT-AT embroidered on the front. This has more of like an ombre color on the backside for $80. And they've been putting out so many cool new things, perfect for Disney's Animal Kingdom. This is a women's cut graphic t-shirt. You actually have like the black and white sequence bow with Minnie Mouse with the animal print. These are $45 a piece. Let's see what we got doing on the opposite side though. So here is a adult size full zip hoodie as well. Again with the animal print and that same Minnie Mouse design. These are $70 a piece. Definitely a nice like lightweight material. They do also have a really fancy pair of ears that are loaded with sequins with the animal print and the nice big like charcoal bow. These are $35 a piece. And right next to that is the adult size spirit jersey. You have your classic established 1971 on the front side, and then all of the different like animal prints with the Walt Disney World archway. The cool thing though, this is that new like lightweight spirit jersey material for $80. And you could definitely never go wrong with a good fanny pack for the Disney parks. This one actually matches that coffee mug over at the Marketplace Co-op with the monorail just along for the ride. These are only $30 a piece, and they do have 3 different offerings, like your retro Walt Disney World lettering. Mickey Mouse is embroidered on the front of that one. And then last but not least, you have the most magical place on earth. You get the rubberized patch with Walt Disney World and Cinderella Castle for $30. Here's some more really fun Minnie Mouse merchandise though. So this one is a smaller size like canvas material tote bag. It does come with a longer strap though to make it a crossbody. It's embroidered with Minnie Mouse's facsimile signature. These are only $35 a piece. Yet another adult size baseball jersey though. Embroidered Minnie Mouse. You have her signature on the sleeve. The backside has her bow and number 28. So really nice attention to detail. These are $75 a piece, and they are getting ready for some warm weather in Central Florida, like these flip-flops with the bows there on the front and the polka dots for $20. If you are looking for some lounge flies though, it's definitely a great time to come visit the World of Disney store. Here's a new canvas material, like cream colored lounge fly. This is a very big size compared to like your typical lounge flies. You have a bunch of different pairs of Minnie Mouse ears. These are $80 a piece. And then right up ahead is yet another pair of ears. These are simulated leather with all 4 beacons of magic, and you get the silver sequence bow for $35. Speaking of ears though, let's check out some of the pairs of ears on the back wall section. Look how sparkly these are. It's seriously like a disco ball on the wall. We have from Little Mermaid, has like the clamshell design on the ears themselves with the pearls. These are $35 a piece. Underneath there is a pair of Moana ears. You got like the burlap bow and the medallion in the center with like the little seashells. These are $35 a piece. And really cool, like you do have your princess tiara pair of ears. You have the heart medallion in the center. These are definitely very shiny. Here's even more assorted adult-sized baseball caps. This one has Darth Vader, and it's embroidered Star Wars on the side here for Revenge of the Sith. The black and red look really nice together though. This one is $30. They do have a weathered Monsters University adult-sized cap where it's embroidered, and it's kind of like torn up here on the bottom. That one is $30. And then perfect for a good day over at Epcot, you do have the Finding Nemo adult-sized trucker hat for $30. Let's actually check out some of the different keychains here on the spinny rack. So here's a brand new Disney Pride Collection keychain that actually matches that pin that I showed you at Pin Trading. This one is $15. They do have your new 2025 keychain. You get the little extra Clippy, Mickey Mouse, and Cinderella Castle. This one is only $13, so a really good deal. And here's some metal keychains that come with the Clippy. You have Winnie the Pooh with a bouquet of flowers and a really fancy Pinocchio version. You get like a little charm with Jiminy Cricket and Pinocchio for $15. Even some really fancy notebooks you can get at the World of Disney store. This one is from Disney Cinderella. You get the little tassel like a book tab in the center, and it locks. These are, let's see here, $30 a piece. Next to that one is the Disney Pinocchio version, again with the locking mechanisms on the side. This one is leather bound though, so really nice quality for $30. And it looks like they even have a version here from Disney's Beauty and the Beast. You can see a Chip, Mrs. Potts, Lumiere. You do get the bookmark on the inside with the Enchanted Rose for $27. Let's actually check out some of the newest release Disney Park plushies as well. Here's a really cool Stitch plushie. It says 2025 626 Day on his little Tootsie. A very soft plushie for $35. They do have My First Visit to Walt Disney World. More of like your classic Mickey Mouse plushie. He has a Cinderella Castle on his shirt. That one is $25, and they do even have your assorted Happily Ever After plushies. The quality of these are seriously like second to none. Some of my personal favorites. The Minnie Mouse version is $30, and here's a very dapper Mickey Mouse version with the little flower on his jacket for $30. Here's even a little selection of different plushies from Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. So this one is the Oogie Boogie plushie for $25, so a pretty good deal for a fairly good sized Disney plushie. Right underneath there we have Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas. Again, this one is massive compared to Oogie Boogie. Let's see the price tag. That one is $27. They do have from Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean the Mickey Mouse plush with the eye patch. He comes with the sword for $35. And then right underneath there is a really cool one from Disney Pixar. You have Miguel from Coco, and the mask is removable. You can even get some of your assorted Disney Larkana trading card game merchandise. They have your 80 card deck boxes with Ursula on the front. These are $5.99 a piece. Underneath there is your single player starter decks. They do have these with a couple different versions, like this one has Peter Pan for $17. Right up ahead is a really cool one where you can see like Moana and then Scrooge McDuck for $17. Even more assorted Magic Band Plus here at the World of Disney. This one is your Disney's Old Key West Resort Magic Band Plus with Mickey, Minnie. You have some oranges and palm trees. I do believe that one is $45. Perfect for a good day over at Disney's Hollywood Studios. You have the aliens from Pizza Planet with the claw there, and it says prize at the bottom for $45. Let's check out some of the brand new Tinkerbell merchandise at the World of Disney store. So here's your lime green sequence pair of ears. You do get the nice like big bow with like the Tinkerbell wings. These are $35 a piece. Right underneath there is a new women's tank top, perfect for summertime in Central Florida, that's embroidered with Tinkerbell's facsimile signature. These are only $32 a piece. And they do also have the matching adult size Spirit jerseys. This one has like the lime green flaking with the Walt Disney World archway. There's even several brand new pairs of adult size Crocs that I want to show you. Again, with the animal print, you get the Mickey gibbets on the side though, which is really neat. So these are adult size for $65. They do even have some adult size like pull slides. You get 4 gibbets though with Minnie Mouse's bow, her facsimile signature, and a Minnie Mouse gibbet. Here's even some of the brand new character Crocs from Winnie the Pooh. The back strap on these is actually embroidered Pooh, and these are really fuzzy. On the front though, so many different gibbets with the honey pot. You get a little Winnie the Pooh plushie on the front there, and some honeybees. Let's see the old price. These are $85, and it does look like on the opposite side they do also have like the matching adult size Eeyore Crocs as well, with the ears on the top section there with the little eye gibbets for $70. And here's some of the brand new merchandise just released from the movie Cars. So this one is a short sleeve button down, Luigi's Casa della tires on the front pocket, that's embroidered, and then on the back side you get the big graphic that's embroidered as well. These are $70 a piece, definitely more of like a stiffer material. On the front side of that rack is an adult size, let's see here, ringer tee with this really cool like spiral effect with Lightning McQueen. These are $35. And then on the opposite side of the rack is a quarter zip jacket embroidered with the Piston Cup Racing Series. I like all the different color contrasts though. These are $70 a piece. On the back side it says the Florida 500 with Lightning McQueen. And there's a whole bunch of different Lion King merchandise, like this kid-sized backpack with Simba, Timon, Pumbaa, Zazu. That one's embroidered Hakuna Matata there on the big zipper compartment. This one is a kid-sized backpack for $30. They do even have a new kids full zip hoodie that's embroidered with Simba on the front. These are $45 a piece. On the back side it says Hakuna Matata with Simba, Timon, and Pumbaa. And for $55 is the new kid-size Spirit jersey with all the characters from Lion King. You have your raised lettering Hakuna Matata with all the bugs. So really cool though, because they do have the matching adult-size Spirit jersey as well. And here is yet a new trucker hat at the World of Disney store. This one is adult size with Simba. Definitely nice for summertime though for $30. A few other offerings from Lion King though that I do want to show you. Here's an adult size pullover hoodie, again with Simba, Timon, and Pumbaa. This one is embroidered Hakuna Matata, and you do have like the color contrast on the sleeves. These are $70 a piece. Here is a women's tank top. Again, like a nice lightweight material for summertime. It says, "What's a motto with you?" These are, let's see here, $32. And here's a whole bunch of merchandise with Sorcerer Mickey. This one is Mickey Mouse throughout the years. A simulated leather purse. It has the gold hardware though, with the locking mechanisms. These are $45 a piece. Right underneath there is another cool graphic t-shirt, just embroidered Walt Disney World with the Sorcerer Mickey hat for $35. Definitely what caught my eye though, they do have a brand new foaming hand soap dispenser with Sorcerer Mickey. That one pushes down and the soap actually comes out in the shape of Mickey Mouse. These are $12.99. And they're definitely getting ready for 4th of July here in Central Florida. Yet another adult-sized baseball cap. You have Mickey embroidered on the front with the red, white, and blue. It's even embroidered Walt Disney World on the back side. These are $30 a piece. Underneath there is your matching adult-sized pullover sweatshirt. USA, Walt Disney World, and Mickey Mouse is embroidered. These are $60 a piece. Let's actually see what we got on the front side of this rack though. So here is a unisex graphic t-shirt with Walt Disney World. You have the red, white, and blue, again with Mickey Mouse. That one is $35, and a really nice sequence Loungefly bag that they had for quite some time with the ruby red sequence and then all of the Mickeys. This one has the ruby red simulated leather on the back side. That one is $100. And then right next to that is a super duper like plush pair of ears. More of like the classic design with Minnie Mouse's bow with the polka dots for $35. Here's yet another really cool adult-sized trucker hat. This is the goofy version where you have his hat, his big toothers, and his floppy ears. That one is $30. Another brand new tote bag that I do want to show you though. Like I was saying, a bunch of different Disney characters. This one is the goofy version. You can actually see like the ears at the bottom. And it says Walt Disney World for $45. And they do have the perfect adult-size pullover sweatshirt to go with this collection. This one has the big Walt Disney World lettering with Goofy on the front. These are $60 a piece, but the cool thing, on the back side, you do get the reversible graphic with Goofy. I had such a fun time today hanging out here at the world's largest Disney merchandise store, the World of Disney. It's always a pleasure coming out and checking out all of the newest merchandise Walt Disney World has to offer. Over at the Marketplace Co-op, they have so many brand new merchandise offerings. It's really cool to come out and check the merchandise over there. Over at Disney Pin Trading though, if you are looking for some really unique magic bands, they definitely have you covered. That being said, if there is any merchandise in today's video that you are interested in, definitely check out the shopping tier of our Patreon page. I'll add a link to that in the description box. But if you like today's video, give it a big thumbs up. And as always, make today awesome.